In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on June 28, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Milwaukee Brewers versus New York Mets. The Milwaukee Brewers face the New York Mets, with both teams looking to improve in the National League standings. The Brewers have a 41-38 record and are neck and neck with the Cincinnati Reds for first place in the National League Central Division. The Mets have a 36-43 record, and with only 3 wins in the last 10 games, they are in 4th place in the National League East Division. For the upcoming game, the Brewers will turn to Wade Miley, who has only allowed 1 run in his last 3 starts, as their starting pitcher, while the Mets will turn to Kodai Senga to start the game. The Brewers are 7-3 in their last 10 overall, and the under is 5-1 in their last 6 Wednesday games. The under is 6-2-1 in Milwaukee's last 9 in Game 3 of a series. Meanwhile, the Mets are 10-27 in their last 37 versus a team with a winning record, and 2-6 in their last 8 at home versus a lefty starter. New York is 0-6 in their last 6 in Game 3 of a series. This should be a thrilling matchup Wednesday evening between a pair of teams with playoff ambitions. However, I have to ride with the hotter team here, which means I'm locking in the Brewers as slight moneyline underdogs. As I mentioned above, Wade Miley has yet to surrender a run since returning from the injury list 2 starts ago. Milwaukee is 2-0 in those games, and they've outscored their opponents 12-1. On top of Miley's great form, the Mets' bats have yet to get hot this year. Over the last 15 days, they're just 23rd in team batting average and 24th in ops. So, my thought is that if Miley turns in another quality start, he can hand it over to the big guns in the bullpen to shut it down. Devin Williams has been practically untouchable this year, going 14 of 15 in save opportunities. Miley is doing well this month. In his last 2 starts combined, Miley is 2-0 with 0 earned on 5 hits and 2 walks in 11 combined innings. As for Senga, he's 0-2 in his last pair with 6 earned over 12 combined frames. On Tuesday, Milwaukee had a rough stretch of innings in the middle of the game, but otherwise the pitching was pretty solid. The Brewers will need to plate some more runs to be competitive in Game 3 though. All things considered, I think it's worth a shot on the crew to pick up a win against the slumping Mets. So the Milwaukee Brewers money line is our full game side pick. The overall vibe with Milwaukee is that they enjoy playing in lower scoring games where they can lean on their dependable bullpen to close things out at the end. I touched on the Mets' offensive woes above. Well, the Brewers haven't exactly been lighting up the scoreboard on their end either. Over the last 15 days, Milwaukee is 28th in team batting average and 27th in ops. Senga hasn't been dominant over his last 4 starts, posting a 3.74 earned run average over 21.2 innings pitched. However, his earned run average drops to 2.52 at home this year, and opponents are hitting just .164 against him at Citi Field. 9 runs is simply too high with these 2 struggling offenses. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Houston Astros and St. Louis Cardinals continue their 3-game interleague series in St. Louis on Wednesday night. The Cardinals and Astros both won their division last season, but find themselves out of first place with the first half winding down. The Astros are 2-8 in their last 10 road games and 3-8 in their last 11 overall. The Cardinals are 2-6 in their last 8 home games and 6-2 in their last 8 overall. The over is 6-2 in Astros' last 8 overall. The under is 3-0-1 in Cardinals' last 4 overall. The Astros are 6-15 in the last 21 meetings in St. Louis and 6-17 in the last 23 meetings. While Houston has struggled in their last 10 games entering this series, going just 3-7, they have been more consistent on the road overall this season. The Astros are hitting .250 on the road this season, but have shown off their power away from home, hitting 113 extra base hits away from home this year in 37 games coming into this series. They have hit 22 home runs in their last 15 road games and should be able to do some damage against Cardinals starter McCullers, who has had trouble putting hitters away via the strikeout this season. The Cardinals are just 23rd in runs allowed per game this year and are allowing nearly a run more per game at home this season season than on the road. The Cardinals are also just 3-7 in their last 10 home games entering the series. The Cardinals have also lost each of Mikola's last 4 appearances. The Houston Astros have had their issues lately, but they're still comfortably the better team here, and we're getting a cheap price with Christian Javier on the mound. Yes, Miles Mikolas is decorated in his own right, but he's been hittable this season, while Javier has a 3.25 earned run average and 1.12 WHIP. This price with the Astros feels like a steal, so the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. As a team, the Cardinals have allowed nearly 5 runs per game over the course of their last 15 home games and even more over the last 10 home games. Mikola's earned run average jumps up a half run at home this season, and the Cardinals have gone over the total in 5 of their last 6 games overall heading into this series. Meanwhile, the Astros are averaging 4.6 runs per game on the road this season and have gone over the total in 3 of Javier's last 4 starts. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Tigers versus Texas Rangers. The Detroit Tigers and the Texas Rangers meet Wednesday in MLB action from Globe Life Field. This will be the 3rd installment in a 4-game series this week. The Tigers took a 5-run win on Monday, then in Game 2 the Rangers evened it up with their own 5-run win. The Tigers are 53-113 in their last 166 versus the American League West, and 1-5 in their last 6 in Game 3 of a series. The over is 5-1 in Detroit's last 6 Wednesday games. Meanwhile, the Rangers are 6-2 in their last 8 at home versus a lefty starter and 17-8 in their last 25 in Game 3 of a series. Texas is 18-37 in their last 55 Wednesday games. If I had to choose a lefty that I fade more often than Patrick Corbin, it would be Joey Wentz. The Detroit starter has been horrific this season with a 6.72 earned run average and a 5.47 expected earned run average paired with a 5.46 FIP. He also has just a 63 adjusted earned run average, so all signs point to Wentz not having a good season. He's 0-3 with a 5.4 earned run average in June and will have to travel to the hitter's paradise known as Globe Life Field for Wednesday's start. This will be the Southpaw's first trip to Arlington this season, but it won't be his first start against the Rangers. At the end of May, Texas knocked Wentz around in Detroit for 7 hits in 4.1 innings, but managed to only get 1 run across, an odd occurrence from a powerful lineup. It only gets worse for Wentz too because he's been worse on the road than at Comerica Park this year. In 6 starts away from home, the lefty is 1-5 with a 7.48 earned run average and a .286 opponent batting average. The Rangers were one of baseball's best defenses in April and May, and they've continued that trend in June. That's been especially true against lefties as Texas owns a 124 weighted runs created plus against Southpaws in June, which is the 5th best mark in that span. Between Marcus Semien at the top of the order, Corey Seager having an MVP caliber season, and the incredible production from the bottom half of their order, the Rangers have formed one of the most balanced and powerful lineups in the league. On the hill for the home team will be Dane Dunning, who is 4-1 with a 3.16 earned run average since being moved into the starting rotation. Based on his advanced metrics, he is due for some negative regression, but he continues to run from it. In his last 13 innings against the Blue Jays and Yankees, Dunning has allowed only 4 runs and 11 hits. Until a team really gets to Dunning, I'm going to keep backing him and expect more damage against Wentz from the Texas lineup. So the Texas Rangers money line is our full game side pick. Neither of the first 2 games of this series have been overly competitive, but what they have seen is plenty of offense, which is clearly no different to their recent battles, as the over is 31-14-6 in their past 51 games played in Texas, as well as being 7-3-1 in their past 10 head-to-head meetings. With the Tigers, the over is 8-1 in their past 10 games played against teams with a winning record, and for the Rangers, the over is 14-5 in their past 24 games played at home, and with a pitcher taking the mound with a 6.82 earned run average, this is an opportunity for Texas to make a big statement. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.